Hi, good morning, Hiba. What's up?
Nothing.
Doing all right?
Mm-hmm.
What's up,
Good
Roni?
morning.
I like
What's
the
up, Aditya?
background.
How are you?
Thank you.
Good. How are you, Ronnie?
I'm fine. So we have to write the names.
Yeah, so don't forget, if you're representing an organization, please put the name of the organization, the student org that you're representing in the chat box, just so we
Okay.
can have record of that.
Sounds good.
Troy, I'm gonna go ahead and call the meeting order in a minute. So.
Okay.
You're Roni, I'm not gonna lie. Like Ty, bro. It's good.
Oh, is it Roni or Ronnie?
Ronnie.
Oh, Ronnie.
R-O-N-Y. Ronnie. Yeah. Adi, you forgot me.
Hello, Abir. How are you?
What is up, Shweta? I am doing all right. What about yourself?
I'm also good.
Sounds
I
good.
did a meeting at my ONSP.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sounds good. I have Taco Tuesday at 1 p.m., so if you have time, log on.
Yeah. Me too there.
So I'm gonna go ahead and call the meeting to order. The time is 11:33 a.m. Let me. Can everyone see my screen?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna call the meeting order. The time is 11:33 a.m. So our fund request balance is $12,939.72. No fund request today. So the first thing that I'm going to start off with is the election results. If Alina could go ahead and announce who won for the Vice President of Administration for the 2020-2021 school year.
Sure. I'll just quickly share the screen so you guys can see the results for yourself. 1 second. All right. I think everyone should see that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you all so much for voting, and thank you for applying. So we had a total of 97 people who voted on Get Involved. And congratulations to Ronnie. He got 43% or 44% of the voting candidacy. And so thank you to Samantha and Mohammed for applying. This is just a view of what the election ballot looks behind the scenes. We just wanted you guys to see what we see, so you are all in the know. So congratulations, Ronnie. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very excited.
I look forward to working with you.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Take care, Hiba.
Okay. So, actually, there's one more thing I want to discuss that's not on here. We have a town hall coming up tomorrow at 10 a.m. So I hope you guys will join us. It's going to be a follow-up town hall. For those of you who don't know, we did have a town hall last month to discuss racial injustice and social unrest and what the University of Houston Clear Lake is doing to make a change on our campus and how we're supporting our students. And we had a pretty good turnout. We had about like 140 people show up, and it's staff, faculty, and students. It's open to everybody. And it was kind of an open forum where students were able to address their concerns and get a live response from administration. So the next town hall is going to have two components. It's going to have the first hour is going to be dedicated to asking questions from a certain list. So SGA went through the transcript for the previous town hall and came up with a list of 6 questions that need to be answered. They're either questions that were not answered in the previous town hall, or they're follow-up questions to see what has been done since then. So Those 6 questions are going to be presented by our faculty moderator, Dr. Lisa Jones. And then the second portion, which is we're going to have 1 hour for another live Q&A session where students will again have the opportunity to enter their questions in the chat box and or ask questions directly to administrators and get a response from them. Any questions about any of that?
No, but I did forget to mention something. Sorry, Hiba.
You're good.
We do have the Vice President of Outreach and Communications position left, so details for that special elections will come up soon. Just wanted everyone to be in the know.
Okay, so for new business, we have Misty Woods, our Vice President Committee Coordinator, discussing the Constitution. Misty?
Hey guys, so I'm Misty Woods, and as a lot of y'all know, we were trying to update the Constitution the last year, so I'm going to continue doing that. So for this coming fall semester, I'm going to put together a committee for anyone who just wants to volunteer for it, to go through the Constitution, in detail and see what needs to be updated. And my goal is to have the Constitution completely worked on and finished by the end of fall. And then starting in spring is whenever we would be formally introducing it to the rest of the students, and voting on it in the spring. So if you're interested in helping out with the committee, or if you don't want to be that involved and you just have ideas on what could be updated or how it could be updated, or different phrases different amendments that you would like to be considered for being added into the new Constitution, feel free to go ahead and email SGA and I'll take a look at it.
Any questions about that? Okay. Okay, here's the town hall information. I already mentioned that it's on Wednesday, tomorrow, from 10 a.m. to noon. I know it's not July 29th, it's August 5th. I know there was some confusion on the date because the email sent out said Tuesday, August 5th. So it's not today, it's tomorrow, Wednesday, August 5th. So we have Stephanie Perez from The Signal discussing student recruitment. Stephanie?
Hello, Hiba. I'm actually going to be speaking on it, if that's okay. Cool. So, hey guys, I'm Troyland Griffin II, and I am one of 2 managing editors on The Signal. And so today I was going to be speaking about those who might be interested in contributing to The Signal. So, as you may know, The Signal is the official student publication of UHCL. And so, we're responsible for reporting on news and everything related to UHCL and the surrounding community. So we really want to encourage, more students and those in general on campus to contribute to us and join everything. If you're interested in joining The Signal, we have this link that we provided. And if you're ever having a story idea that you think The Signal should report on, there's also this link in which you can submit to us any ideas that you want, because ultimately we're here to report what is in the best interest for the students and the overall community. And if you ever have anything you want to discuss with us, story ideas, or an idea of something you think in general that we should cover, you're always free to email us. And we highly encourage you to follow us on social media. So that includes our Twitter, our Facebook, and our Instagram. And overall, this fall, we are very much looking forward to seeing if anyone might be interested in contributing or joining. You don't even have to, officially join in order to be involved with The Signal. If there might be an opinion piece that you want to submit to us, you can gladly do so. We welcome all sorts of contributions, whether it be opinion pieces, literary art pieces, and other similar articles. So, yeah.
Thank you, Troyland. We appreciate that. So before we move on, I'm going to have Brian Mills from Campus Recreation Center say a few words. Mr. Mills?
Sorry, my internet just kicked me out, so I'm back. I apologize. Hey, so Brian Mills, the Director for Campus Recreation and Wellness, and I apologize to Hiba and the rest of SGA. I did not submit a meeting request, but I do have some good news about the Recreation and Wellness Center that I'd like to share briefly. And I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of detail because this is not, it has not been 100% approved yet, but we are moving forward with a tentative reopening date of the Rec and Wellness Center on Monday, August 17th. That reopening will look very similar to when we reopened from June 1st through June 15th. So the Rec Center will have very reduced hours of operation, which means that we will not be operating to the same extent that we were prior to the March closure. We are looking Monday through Fridays will be 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I know that that is 6 p.m. and that is going to make a lot of eyes roll because I know that that's not the most ideal time. But we are looking at this from a safety standpoint for not only our patrons, but also for our student staff that will be operating the building, as well as the budget implications of closure and refunding of student fees, and how that's impacted our budgets. Then we'll also be open on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and we will remain closed on Sundays. We have developed our reopening plan to model the phased reopening of campus, which I'm not on the work teams that have been developing that for the university itself. But for the rec center, as the university goes from phase 1 to phase 2, all the way through phase 4, every time the university upgrades the next phase, we will extend hours of operation as well as programming opportunities. So once this plan is finalized, which should be by the end of this week, the website will be updated to reflect all the new reopening policies, as well as all the new processes that will be in place for safety and health measures. For those who did not use the building at all during June, we were actually very happy with being able to open. The patrons that we had were fantastic. They provided us a lot of feedback about the policies that we had in place, which includes the requirement that everybody using the building has to make a reservation. And we have tried to keep that reservation process as simple as possible, which means just calling ahead before you show up. Our staff will answer the phone, take your information, and you will be able to make that reservation for any time during our operating hours. We have a maximum capacity of the building in our phase 2 opening, which phase 1 is we're closed. Phase 2 would be 25% capacity of the building, which is 70. So no more than 70 patrons can be utilizing the building at any given time, which again, using June as an example, we never had more than about 25 people in the building at any given time. So we're not too worried about that on the front end of the reopening process. And again, as the phases progress, then we would bump that up to 50% capacity, which would be about 120, all the way to 75%, which would be closer to about 175 people. Each space within the rec center will also have capacity limits. So the first floor fitness zone, which is by far the most heavily utilized part of the building, when we reopen, there'll be no more than 25 people allowed in that space by itself. We have moved several pieces of equipment off of the floor, and we have spread out the rest of the equipment to meet the 6-foot social distancing guidelines. We are potentially looking at moving more pieces of equipment off of the floor and moving them into the MAC gym area to create almost a secondary fitness zone. So then we can move equipment even further apart than 6 feet, which would be ideal. Trying to think of the biggest other things. There's going to be very limited in-person programming, just like there's going to be across the board. We do plan on doing some very small events during Weeks of Welcome in person. We're working on a outdoor movie event for the first week of school, as well as another outdoor movie event on Friday, September 4th. And again, more information will come when we release the Weeks of Welcome schedule for the Division of Student Affairs. Yeah, I think those are the biggest ones right now. Group fitness, I'm sorry. That'll also be one that people want. Our fitness team right now is working on creating free virtual group fitness opportunities. So they are actually recording classes right now, and we're going to make those available on YouTube, our YouTube page. We have also secured Down Dog. It's multiple apps, but they all go by Down Dog. So there's Down Dog Yoga, Down Dog HIIT, and I think there's 3 other ones. That is a very expensive fitness app, but we have secured it for free for all UHCL students and employees January 1st of 2021. So every student on campus and every employee on campus will be able to download that app starting today if you wanted to, and just go to your Google Store or Google Play or Apple Store, whatever the technology is that you use, and you can download any of those 5 apps and just use your username and create your account, and you would be able to utilize those apps. We are planning a couple of small intramural events. Again, they're mostly going to be individual and dual. The funniest one that I hope students would take advantage of, we're going to do a fancy socks of UHCL online competition. So if you have a pair of socks that you are super excited about and you think that they're awesome and cool and you want to show them off, we're going to do a whole social media bracket challenge. So you can submit your fanciest pair of socks and we are going to bracket that and people can vote. And so eventually we will have like the coolest pair of socks at UH Clear Lake, and I'm going to win. So it's not, I'm just saying I've got the best socks on campus. So bring your sock game to that one.
I don't know about that one. I think I'll win. We'll see.
So those are the big ones. And like I said, the website will be updated probably by Monday next week. We are also looking to hire some more students if anybody is interested. We are definitely looking for work study students if they're around and you know them, but we're also accepting applications from any students. We have several positions that we need to have filled. And outside of that, I mean, unless anybody has any other questions, I'll be able to give a much more detailed breakdown of this at the next SGA meeting for everybody.
Brian, could you put the information about the app in the chat so students would be able to access that?
Yeah.
So, does that complete your...
Yeah, I mean, unless anybody has any questions.
Any questions for Mr. Mills?
I had a quick question. So for the basketball courts, I know like social distancing and stuff, but if we're on the basketball court, do we have to wear a mask?
Yes, that is a great question. So we are requiring masks everywhere in this first phase of our reopening. And the exceptions would be if you are on a piece of cardio equipment, or if you are physically running on the track, or if you are performing a high intensity workout, which that can be really done anywhere. But just being on like a bench press or on a pin select or shooting baskets, playing badminton, you will be required to wear a mask at all times unless you're physically on a piece of cardio equipment, physically running, or physically doing a high intensity workout.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, and we will have some disposable masks available if you forget, but we can only guarantee those while we have a stock of them. So we definitely encourage everybody to take a look at, obviously bring your own, but there are lots of different masks out there that are designed for working out and stuff like that.
Are there any further questions for Mr. Mills? Okay, so
Thank you. I appreciate it.
no problem. With that, I'm going to go ahead and move to our open forum. So we have a question here from Sam saying, the president of AA wanted me to ask if UHCL was looking into getting LinkedIn Learning for the students as a learning assistance tool because UH main campus and downtown have it available to all their students. It is a good learning tool for Excel, PowerPoint, and other computer-based platforms for beginners to advanced functions and could be beneficial to many students. And if the school is not looking into that, is there a way to suggest to the school to look into that option? So I am not quite sure what the university is doing at the moment to look into that. However, I can bring it up to administrators and see what we can do to have that tool available to our UHCL students. So I'll go ahead and keep that in mind. Thank you so much for bringing that up, and we'll be sure to follow up with you at our next meeting, hopefully.
All right, sounds good. I look forward to hearing about it because AA looked into getting it for our members, but LinkedIn wouldn't do a bulk package deal for the number of members we had, so that's why we figured we'd suggest it to the school once we looked in and saw main campus in downtown already had it available. So they probably have a pretty good school package if both of them have already done it. So hopefully the school could look into it, and I feel like a lot of students could benefit from it.
Yeah, I'll reach out to UHD and UH Maine and see how they're taking care of it and what they did for it, and see if we can get on that as well. Okay,
awesome. I'll be at the next meetings to hear how it goes.
Okay, thank you. Are there any further questions for our open forum? Feel free to just speak or type it in the chat if that makes you more comfortable. Okay, going once, going twice. All right. So with that, the meeting is, first let me read this. The quote for the day is "Spread love everywhere you go, Mother Teresa." Don't forget to follow us on social media so you can stay up to date as to when our next meetings are and what we're working on. Let me stop the share. And the next virtual SGA meeting will be held on August 25th, 2020. Please be present no later than 11:20 a.m. to be let into the session so we can begin promptly at 11:30 a.m. To schedule agenda time, i.e. student organization announcements, staff and university office announcements, etc., a completed request form must be submitted on the SGA website by 12 noon on Wednesday, August 19th, 2020. Online forms are available on www.uhcl.edu/SGA. The meeting is adjourned. It's 11:54 p.m. Thank you for coming, everybody. I look forward to seeing you on hopefully tomorrow at our town hall, and then August 25th at our next meeting.
All right. Thank you very much, Hiba.
Thank you.
Everyone stay safe.
Stay safe, everyone. Thank you very much, Hiba.